Okay guys, I want to do a quick video on your riding leathers, specifically a full suit, okay? So I just bought myself a new suit from a little known company that's bigger in Europe. They're not very well known here in North America. I got it off of Burner, which is a company out of Germany. They're also, maybe you guys know them, FC Moto. I think they're their sister company or something along those lines. But they have a suit sale right now for different manufacturers. A couple of brands you probably never heard of, Bogato, and then obviously there's Alpinestars and Dianese and stuff like that. But I went with a suit that I thought looked good, and I took a chance on it to see how it would fit. And here it is. So this is a two-piece suit from a company called Mugenrace. So my first thought on this is when you actually look, they have a whole bunch of different models. This is probably like an intermediate model. And it looks really, really good. Okay. It's got a lot of nice features. So because this is an intermediate, not a full race, because it's a two-piece, you see here it's got perforated leather in a couple spots. Okay, so that's for your nice airflow. It's got the nylon spandex cotton blend of the stretchy material, okay, which is really good. And you see here, even on the pants, it's got them in the right spots, right area. And you can see it's got a lot of like nice features. So here, so when you're close to the bike, your leather doesn't like sometimes grab close when you have it doesn't grab your frame or anything like that. So it has that material there, has a spot right here. Same with like your elbow. Like if you really want to get super aggressive and you think you can put your elbow down, well, guess what? It already has protection here as well for that. Mind you, I'm not that guy. I don't want to be putting my elbow down unless if my elbow goes down, I'm probably off the bike and probably fell. But anyhow, so my first thoughts on this suit from Mugenrace is looks really, really good. Really like it. It is made from buffalo leather, okay? And although it's an Italian company, like all big manufacturers nowadays, the suit is actually made in Pakistan. And there's nothing wrong with that. Those of you who may not know this, Alpinestars, actually, a lot of their stuff is made in China. Again, it's a decent suit. I like it. However, and this is something I want to bring up for anyone who's in the market for any type of suit, is when you go and look at a suit and when you're going to buy a suit, okay, go to the manufacturer website and look for two things. First off, look for their sizing chart, specifically to them. Not any generic sizing chart, because those numbers are going to be off. Look for specifically for the manufacturer that you're about to buy. So if it's Alpinestar, look at Alpinestar. If Joe Rocket, look at Joe Rocket. My case is Mugenrace. And furthermore, once you even find that size chart, just double check to see if they have something specific for the suit that you're going to buy. So I forgot the name of this suit here that I bought, but sometimes they even have it broken down per suit, because what happens is a lot of times, especially in the different series of leather or boots or gloves, is that even amongst the same manufacturer, they are not made the same. For example, for a long time ago, I bought a set of Garnier boots for the street, and they were size 45. So when I bought my race boot that was a Garnier, I got 45. But guess what? It fit like a 46. It was much bigger. And I had to send them back, and then, big rigmarole, and get a size 44, which fit more like a 45. So even amongst the manufacturer, sometimes there's going to be a discrepancy. So see if they have not only the regular size chart, but see if they have it specific for that series of boot, glove, jacket, suit, whatever. Okay. So in terms of fitment for, I went with a 56 because I went on the manufacturer website and it was broken down even into centimeters. I think my chest circumference was around 107 centimeters, about 41, 42 inches, whatever it is. But I just went with what the manufacturer said. Now, the suit actually fits decent, but it actually looks a little bigger than what it is. So this one here, okay, compared to my Alpinestars my old Alpinestars. This would have been considered, if you see here, showing the double XL. Normally, a lot of manufacturers, a size 56 is either going to be at the borderline of a large or XL. Most is probably more of an XL, but this came out across as double XL. Now, it still fits well. It looks bigger than what it really is. And when I have my back protector on, it's probably going to fit a little more snug. Now, I could have went with probably a 54 euro or 44 USA, and it would have been much tighter. But after it breaks in, it probably would have fit a little better. But I don't regret the decision. It still fits well, still looks good. But that's something you guys got to figure out. Now, keep in mind, this is a two-piece, right? So, little pointer. Two-piece is going to be different than your one-piece. You actually usually have a little more room in your two-piece. If you get a one-piece, and depending on who you talk to, some people say go tighter because you want it to be tight. You don't want any leather to be kind of like dragging on the ground if something happens and you fall. The idea is it doesn't grab onto anything. It's usually when it's tighter, it's like a second set of skin, which will have less of a chance to snag onto anything or just get folded up and maybe bruise even more, whatever the case is. But that's a rider preference thing. With a one piece though, for example, an Alpinestars, I tried on their 56 and I tried on their 54. The 54 fit really tight, which is probably the way it's supposed to feel, right? And after you break it in, it's going to feel much better and take some time to break in. If you're trying a one piece, regardless of manufacturer, and you decide to go tighter, keep in mind when you put on the suit and you're standing up, okay, you're standing up straight, right? The suit's going to feel much tighter than what it really is. So if you go with a one piece, if you have your bike available, go sit on a bike, or if you're at the showroom, sit on the bike and go in the full tuck position. And you'll see that even if it's just a slightly tighter, it'll actually you still have that mobility for a couple of reasons. One is that you're not standing up straight, so you're not stretching out the suit. You're actually leaned over, so it actually creates like a little bit of a gap, and it'll probably fit a lot more comfortable. Again, if you wanted the room, then you just go with your regular size. You could be in between sizes, just like I was. So I could have got away with a 54 and with a 56. Still feels well. It's snug enough, but not overly snug. And like I said, that's the whole purpose why you have this sort of material. So when you're leaning off the bike, this part will stretch, even though everything else might be tight. So keep that in mind. So my thoughts on this brand here, this Mugenrace, I would probably recommend it just because for the price point, which was I got it on deal right now from Chromeburner. It's a decent suit. Fits well, looks good. I like it. Try their gloves. Now, let's go and look at the gloves, okay? Here are their gloves. Now, this is size large, okay? Now, if we look at, let's just take a quick look at here at my gloves that I'm about to retire. These are 5 RXF1 gloves. So these are a full track glove. As you can see here, pinky's tied to your index finger here. And these fit proper. They fit very, very well. But they fit very different from this set here. Mind you, these aren't broken in yet. And what I mean by that is, okay, let's take a look at the palm. And this is where a lot of sometimes problems arise. So the palm here, even though they're both large, there's actually more material on this. So when I'm stretching out your hand, there's no gap, okay, between your thumb and your palm. It's like when you stretch it out, it flattens out fairly well. With the Mugenrace gloves, I know they're not broken in yet, so when I stretch my hand, there's actually a gap between here. So then it feels like, oh, so like, mind you, it's still tight, right? So the more you put it on, you're putting pressure on the bar, okay, on your throttle, they should loosen up. Now, sometimes with the different manufacturers, it does take a little time to loosen up, and to get that nice proper feel where you could kind of feel everything. These ones do fit better than these ones. Mind you, these were more of an expensive glove. These ones, again, were probably somewhere in the middle of the road. Very nice quality though, built very well. Full gauntlet, so it has all the proper protection. You know, your sliders here, your knuckle protection, all that good stuff. So I would recommend these. Just be cognizant of size. So when I did my own research, it did say that some people complained that the thumb was actually too long. I didn't experience that at all. I find that these fit fairly decent, other than the palm, which again, when it gets broken in, it probably should feel better. Are these the best gloves I ever tried on? No. Are they worth the price that I paid? I would say for now, that is a yes. Are they as good as the top quality 5 RFX 1? And I'll probably say no, because this is a full race glove, different fitment, fit much better. As a little tidbit, those of you who are in the market looking for gloves, suit, that sort of thing, for gloves, I actually recommend a company called Speedy, S-P-I-D-I, not to get confused with CD Gloves. Okay, it's also a European company out of Italy, and their Carbo race glove. Okay, they have different Carbo 7, I think it was their old one. Now they have a new one, the new Carbo updated for full track use. But they have, in the Carbo series, a couple different gloves. And normally I take a large, but with those I take an XL. But those fit so well. Probably best fitting glove, even their street glove that I had, best fitting glove I've ever had, compared to Alpinestars, compared to 5, compared to, Joe Rocket, whatever. So if you're in the market for gloves, check those ones out. And like I said, no matter if you're going to buy a boot, a glove, a jacket, a full suit, a 2-piece suit, go to the manufacturer website, see what your measurements are from their size chart. And that should help you pick and choose the proper suit for you. So anyhow, that's it. If you guys have any questions about fitment, have any questions about this brand, try to help you as much as I can. Stay safe, keep it on 2 wheels, and see you in the next video.